Everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, depending upon where you are in the world. I am Elyse Ann Psychic, the Psychic Liaison, Bridge the Unseen. And okay, Facebook caught up finally. Here we go. Let me just do my one little topic or my pinned comment here, I should say. All right, all right. Well, while I'm waiting for Facebook to catch up, let me get my live up here. And right now, I'm all by myself, but that's okay. I was a couple minutes behind getting on here. Hi, Jen. Welcome. Hello. All right. Hi, Princess Sophia. Welcome. Glad you're both here. It's Angela Noreen. Hello, hello. Welcome. So glad you're joining me this evening. Hi, Crystal. Hello. And Laura. Hello. Welcome. So glad you're all joining me this evening. Go ahead and please share me out to groups, share me out to your timeline. Tony sometimes can do that for me, but she is in a new time zone, so she's much later tonight than it's she's later than I am, so she's a few hours ahead, so it gets a little late for her. Hi, Sandy, welcome. So anyhow, please share me, invite your friends, all that good stuff. All right. So tonight is, and if you're just joining us, please say hello. And hopefully you'll participate and have some things to say. Hello, Opal. So tonight's about chakras. And I'm kind of curious. Hi, Will. How are you? Kind of curious how many of you know about chakras or know much about chakras or what they're all about or what they even are. Just put a quick comment in. Yes, no, little, not at all. I'm curious to know. Tonight is hello, Natalie. Tonight is about chakras, and there's so much somebody could teach. I mean, you could do um hours on this, but tonight what I am doing is I'm really just going to touch into it, just give you kind of a basic understanding. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Jen, you're too funny. Just to give you kind of an understanding of how the chakra system works and just what's affected, how it's affected, what each chakra is about. Hi, Maria. Hello. So far, nobody's answered me how much they know about chakras. Shall I sit here and just wait? Hi, Maria. Hi, Cindy Rose. Absolutely. Thank you. Hello, Jeanette. Hello. Is anybody going to answer me? Yeah, chakras. You're very familiar. Okay, Cindy Rose. Very cool. Very good. Anybody else? Opal does not know. Okay. Anybody else want to answer? I've got 19 people here watching. There we go. I'm doing well. Thanks. How are you? I'm very aware about chakras. All right. Well, cool. And Laura shared. Okay. Hi, Luanda. Welcome. Natalie doesn't know anything about it. Crystal knows a bit. Good. Got a book on it. Okay. Princess Sophia, seven main ones, but many. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm focusing tonight on the main ones. My understanding, and this is from my own research, belief system, experiences I've had. You may know something different. And if you do, please absolutely share it. I love just learning from you guys too. It's a two-way street. So very cool. Angela Noreen, very familiar, but always want to learn more. Okay, very cool. So, well, first of all, chakra, let's see, Princess Sophia, they control certain parts of our body and emotional and physical. Yes. Not a lot known, Maria. So we're kind of all over the place. And that's fine. That's what this is about. Some of you are going to be different stages, but hopefully tonight you'll walk away with additional information that maybe you didn't know before, or just to kind of validate or confirm what you think, you remember knowing or what have we. So, excuse me a minute. Yes, you're not imagining it. My water does look a bit cloudy today because I added lemon. I usually don't, but I wanted something flavorful. Hey, Brandy, welcome. And I'm not drinking soda really. And so I'm like, well, I didn't really want juice. So I put lemon in. I know everybody's like, yeah, I've been doing that for years. Okay, but I haven't. So I'm excited about it. Let me have my moment. All right. Anyhow, okay, chakras. Let's talk about chakras. There are seven main chakras. And there are 21 total chakras, and they all serve purposes, obviously. Um, but hold on, I'll look at the comments in just a minute. I'm going to try and keep up on them. So, what are chakras? Well, they're basically the meaning of the word is wheel. It's like a spinning disc of color. Um, so let me see. Jen says, I always do lemon or cinnamon in your water. Well, that's interesting. Didn't think about that one. Okay, cool. Princess Sophia. Okay, hold on. I'm still reading comments. Jen, Angela, and myself done a course in them, but if we remember, it is all another story. Okay, cool. Hi, Vicky. I'm so glad you're dropping in to say a quick hi. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Jen O'Farrell. Will says, I'm open to learn more because I'm fairly new to practicing clearing them. All right. Okay. Yeah, we are going to talk about clearing too. But let's talk about what is a chakra. Like I said, chakra means wheel. It's a spinning wheel or disc of color. And basically, what chakras are, they're any energy points, or they're points with which the energy enters the body. All right, so let me explain it to you this way. Basically, okay, our physical body is a dense vibration, right? We vibrate at a lower frequency, so it makes us more dense. That's what makes us earthly bound. Okay, then you've got the universal energy. Hi, Crystal, welcome. You have universal energy, which is very high frequency. God source, the I am, the angels, archangels, all that's part of that universal energy. Pardon me. And when I like to explain it as there's a system where we can't directly plug our physical bodies into the universal energy. It will fry us, like literally, because it vibrates at such a higher frequency. So basically, I mean, simplistically, I'm saying a lot of this simplistically. I know there's a lot of layers and different layers of the aura and all types of things, but like I said, we're doing kind of a general basic tonight. So you have your universal energy, and what needs to do is, since we can't connect with that physical body to universal energy directly, it's like we need an adapter. There you go. I heard the word adapter. And it's true, we need several adapters. So basically, our aura field will step down that energy, that universal energy, to bring it down a little bit in the frequency. And then it goes into our chakra system, which then regulates, brings down the frequency in order for it to interact with our physical body. In a nutshell, that is what that is about. Because again, remember, it's such a high frequency. We will. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Yeah, we'll fry out. We will. And by the way, I see there's quite a few several new people here. So let me just take a moment and say welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us. Hi, Kirsty. I am Elyse Ann Psychic, the Psychic Liaison, Bridge the Unseen, and tonight is Table Talk Thursdays. We do this every week. There's a different topic every week, and we interact. You guys share your experiences. You ask questions of me. I teach and share from my experience, personal and working with clients, and from being a teacher for a lot of years. I've taught metaphysical workshops. So, if you're new to me, I just want to say hi. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Serena. And please make sure you are following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page, and your settings are set at favorites. I do this every week. I also do psychic mini reading lives. I do last minute ones, and I have one on Wednesday scheduled at 11 a.m. Arizona time, which is the same as Pacific Standard Time. Plus all the wonderful other things I do. Monday and Friday channel card messages. Excuse me, all kinds of postings. Just it's my way too of giving back to all of you. So, all right, moving along. So, all right, let me collect myself again. You know me, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. So okay, I made some notes. It's been quite a while, I must admit, since I've taught about chakras or really discussed a lot of it. Amy says, thank you for the warm welcome. Absolutely, Amy, you're quite welcome anytime. Thank you. Um, so I made some notes here just to keep my thoughts together. So again, it's the primary points where the energy enters the body. It makes us functional within this high frequency, universal energy. It just steps it down. But it's also like, oh, Princess Sophia said it so nicely. I like the way she said it. They control parts of our body and emotional and physical. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And with that, it's like a spiritual functioning too, right? It all helps to also translate, decipher all that energy that's coming from the universe down into the physical for us. So the aura downgrades the energy. Downgrades. I really like lower frequency. It brings down the frequency. And let's talk about each of the chakras. I'm going to cover each of the chakras, just a little overview again as to what they are and what they represent. They're spinning discs of energy, and they should stay open and aligned. And also, how wide open are they? There's a certain, I've heard people talk about them having percentages of being open. I'm not sure exactly where I stand on it. I have to say they probably want to be fully open, but it's more about maybe the strength of what's being pushed out energy wise. I think it's more the way I might explain it, if that made sense, I hope. So I want to show this to you. A lot of you are familiar. It's a chart, has all kinds of information, but I just want you to see the chakras. So let me see. Oh, let me pull back. There we go. All right, you see 7 main chakras there. All right. I just wanted to make sure everybody, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have seen that, some sort of image with the chakras. Again, we're talking about the 7 main chakras, and they run along the spine. Okay. And there's Kundalini and all kinds of energies that, again, I'm not really going to talk much about. That's going a lot more in depth about the chakras. But some people run energy, Kundalini energy, to open up certain areas. And that really is a practice. What I want to say to all of you, if you're interested in doing something like that, just make sure that, just make sure that you know what you're doing with it, because whenever we open up to any sort of energy, we have to make sure we're balanced. We know how to manage it. We know what tools we have if we get overwhelmed or something kind of sneaks in there that we're like, oh, what was that? This is not something to just do willy-nilly. I have to be honest. And so, the Kundalini energy can when it's awakened, can be beautiful. But some people, if it's not done correctly or they're not prepared for it, can create some havoc for them. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. Princess Sophia says, my third eye opened 1,000% wide a few years ago. Wow, 1,000%. That's a bit much, unless you mean it more like, wow, it just blew wide open kind of thing. Because really 100% should be it. But I think you just mean it like, wow, it really opened up. So very cool. That's very cool. And yes, we can work on that. We can work on the colors. We can work on all of that. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. So let's talk about each of the chakras. And it's so cute because when I came up with chakras, actually, Tony, my moderator, I was talking to her yesterday after the live, and I'm like, I just don't know. My spirit team hasn't said anything about what topic to cover tomorrow night. And I just don't know. And she said, well, you did auras last week. Why don't you continue with chakras? I'm like, oh, okay. And how cute is this? I've got a deck of cards that has each of the chakras in it. So I thought, oh, how cute. I'll just pull them out and we'll talk. I'll pull up the cards one by one, and the geometric symbolization in there too. But first one is base chakra. Okay, it is red. Base chakra is now, everybody has a different idea too. It's so funny because I went online. I thought, let me just read around a little bit because I know what I've always taught. Let me just see what some people are saying, if there's more there, or how people are talking about it maybe now a little bit more. Hello, Janine. Welcome. And I saw several different words used to describe what your base chakra is all about. I have, hold on, Princess Sophia. Okay. I, I've always associated the base chakra with survival. It is our grounding. We do ground. It sits at the base of the spine. Okay. At like the bottom of the tailbone. Security, survival, grounding, stability. It's our physical identity. If you have any really root fears or coming from that root chakra area, it's called a base chakra or root chakra. Notice I've always called it a root chakra. So it just came out of my mouth that way. So yeah, I call it a root chakra. The card says base chakra. But the survival of things. You know, if you're tweaking on something, food, housing, whatever it is, it hits us in that root base chakra. And part of what can help us, what's beautiful about it, is the grounding piece that can help align not only that chakra, but all of the chakras. Okay, so that's your very first chakra at the base. All right. And then your second chakra, let me just read here real quick. Princess Sophia, that's how it felt to me. I'm just adding humor. That's what I thought, Princess Sophia. That's why I said it. I thought you were like 1,000. Yeah, it does when it opens up. Wow. Yeah, I can feel like 1,000% wide open, right? So very cool. Thank you for sharing that. You're welcome, Janine. And hello, Allison. Hello, welcome, welcome. And as I'm going along tonight, if there's any, questions you have or interesting experience that you want to share, please do. This is all about you guys, okay? This is all about being here for you and for you having an open and safe and interactive forum that you can share and get questions answered, like I said, and tell me your experiences. Because you know me, I say this every week. I do not want to sit here and just talk at you. That's not what I like to do. I like to have the interaction an awful lot. It plugs me in. So I love it. All right. I know chakras is a little like, well, what kind of experiences can people have with it? Well, Princess Sophia just shared that. So please feel free. Anything, just put it in the comments. We're good. Okay. So next we have our sacral chakra. Okay, it's orange. I know there's some glare. I'm sorry, you guys. That's my lighting here. It's orange. Okay, and that's just below the belly button. So of course it would make sense, sexuality, right? Pleasure, creativity, but it's also where we sit with our relationships and our emotions. And if you think about it, I thought about this today. I was like kind of I was writing out my notes and I thought, well, doesn't that, sometimes like I know this, but you connect the dots all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah. So, oh, good question, Jen. I'll ask you that. I'll answer that in a minute. So where was I going with it? Okay. So, I thought, when you tell people like go in your gut, like, the sacral is right below the belly button and that's kind of the core. And that's where you tap in. So I know it says relationships and emotions, but when we're feeling, it's kind of that emotional space, but also psychically feeling. So it was interesting. I just went, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Um, but I like to combine in some ways the sacral and the solar plexus as a team. I mean, the whole chakra system is a team, is a system. All the chakras are a system, but I like to group the sacral and solar plexus almost as one. That's just the way I see it. And I'll explain to you in a minute why. But let me look at these comments here. Do chakras change size ever? What I'm going to say is yes. If they're not fully open, they can start to close up. And sometimes that's when we're going through trauma, we're wounded, we're reacting to something, and that's where we can work on some visualization, which I'll talk a little bit about. Remind me near the, as we're nearing more of the end, I'm going to talk about clearing chakras and some of the things you can do. So remind me to address that again, because you guys know me, I go all over the place, right? And so I don't want to forget. Okay. So let me see. Jeanette says, I was told I have to work on my sacral chakra. I'm not sure where to start. All right. Well, we're going to talk about how we can work on helping the chakras. Okay, sweetheart. So we'll get you some information, some tools on that too. Okay, Kirsty. Oh, good question. Is spirituality the same or similar to religion, or is it completely separate? I thought it was two different things until I saw a video on YouTube. Kirsty, I almost want to answer that in another live. That's a good question. And I do have a lot of thoughts on it, but I think that's going to take us in a whole nother realm for quite a while here. Kirsty, tell me how you feel about me maybe talking about that in the next live next Thursday. Give me your thoughts on that in the comments. Okay? Because I don't want to dismiss what you're asking, but I want to make sure that you're on board and you think that's a good idea. Because I think there's a lot to it. It's not necessarily a simplistic answer. So let me know what you think of that. Okay, sweetheart? Thank you. Hi, Tommy. Welcome. All right, Will, what did you mean? What did you mean about don't try opening them if you're unfamiliar? I was understanding that it's a positive benefit to open them up. Can anything bad come of it? Well, I wasn't talking about chakras. I'm just talking about energy in general. Will, I'm not saying don't try and open it up. I was talking about the Kundalini, all that energy flow and everything. You want to just at least know what you're doing and how you're handling it. Because I know some people have not had great experiences. That's all I'm trying to say. What I'm really, really, really trying to say is that there is definitely all kinds of energy out there. Okay. I deal with when I was really developing before I went into this professionally, I really had to get in the energy and figure out what was in there and all the different vibrations and things like that. Because there are, as soon as you open up energetically, okay, you open yourself up, not just to all the higher vibrations, but everything else that's going through, okay, in the universal energy. So it's really important just to have some tools to know what you're doing. That's really all I'm trying to get to. Because like one of my things is it's almost like a pet peeve of mine, but there's a lot of truth to it. And I think I'm careful about this because um I revere, I honor the sanctity of this work. I revere the work. I respect it. And when hear some people talk about playing with cards or playing with a Ouija board or the word play, that's what gets me because it's not a plaything. You are opening up yourself a lot to energy. It's not that I'm saying this out of fear either. I'm not trying to create fear. It's just like anything else. You're not going to go, build a workbench without having the appropriate tools, or you could slam your finger, or you could do all kinds of things, right? That's all. It's really what I'm trying to get at. So hopefully my long meandering answer addressed that for you. All right, let me see. All right. Let's see. Janine, I don't know lots about chakras, so I'd appreciate learning about them. Okay, Janine, I'm glad you're here. Princess Sophia, why is it that when it is a healing session, we start at the crown to the root chakras, but when we connect to spirit from the root to the crown? That's a really good answer. Well, I can tell you from my own experience, okay? I am a Reiki master teacher and energy healer also. And I've done a lot of healings with people for people with people. Really, I don't heal them. I help facilitate their own healing. And so the person heals themselves, but I'm there to facilitate it. Is really what it comes down to. A healer never heals someone. That's not what we do. No. We help that person heal themselves. That's what it's about. But I can tell you from my experience the reason why I would start at the crown, go down to the root, to the feet, and then back up. Is almost like a complete full circle, and almost you don't want to completely close up an energy, but once you're kind of in there and you're working in the energy, you do want to do a bit of a closing up, and you really want to do that up through the chakra, through the crown area. That is the connection to the universal one. And if you think about if we're working with energy, we do want to have some connection or expansion or conduit between um, so sorry, somebody's alarm's going off, and I think it might be my car. It'll go off in a minute. Somebody must have dinged it or something. I'm hearing the beeping. Sorry, guys, I got distracted. If it doesn't go off in a minute, I'll have to run out there and turn it off. But not run out there. I can do it from my window. Anyhow, let's get back to what I was talking about. It's about closing up that gateway, that pathway, if you will. And so uh um So that's why I do it because the full circle and it's opening up to the universal energy that's part of the healing that we're doing. And we're utilizing some of that energy through us and what we're doing. And then we want to come back to the crown chakra again. So we kind of close that up a little bit more because we don't want to leave somebody wide open to that. because it's just way too much. So I hope that helped you. All right, Kirsty. Yes, okay, good. Okay, Kirsty. I'll remember to look at that and we'll put that in for next week. That's a great topic. All right, very cool. Hello, Sherry. Michelle, hello. Tonight is not psychic mini readings. Tonight is Table Talk Thursdays, my dear. Wednesdays is when I do my psychic mini readings, and also I do last minute ones throughout the week. But I hope you'll stay and you'll share with us and listen to the topic. We're talking about chakras tonight. All right. Sherry, the same for you, sweetheart. Tonight is not for the readings, but I hope you'll stay. Tonight we're talking about chakras. This is Table Talk Thursdays. Every Thursday we pick a different topic, metaphysical, inspirational, or spiritual topic, and we have a discussion and we interact, and it's just a lot of fun. So again, make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page, and you'll get notifications of when I go live, including my weekly Wednesday live where I do psychic mini readings and my last minute lives, along with everything else I post and all kinds of great stuff you can take advantage of. All right, Tommy, does your chakra change depending on self-care? Good question. What I'm going to say is this: our chakras are our chakras. How they may change is, are they clear? Are they spinning smoothly? Are they open and receiving? So they can, the basis of what they are don't change, right? But they're it's just like if we, you know, our skin's closed, but if we get a cut, it can open up, right? It's still our skin, but we have a wound there. That's the best way I know how to explain that. I hope that made sense. So, okay. So, Sherry, I need healing to walk again. Oh my, Sherry, I'm so sorry for that, sweetheart. Well, what I can say to all of you, and you know this by being a follower and interacting with me, I do offer private one-on-one sessions. Besides my psychic readings, I do healing. I do facilitate healing. Do space clearing on medium. I uh, pet communicator. I mean, I do a lot of different things. So, Sherry, if there's any way you feel guided, if there's any way you think I could help you feel guided, please go ahead and check out my ElyseAnnPsychic.com website. Tell you all about me, all about my services. Okay, sweetheart. And of course, that's for everyone too. If you have a need, a desire for some guidance along your way, or facilitating, or whatever help you may need, I'm here for it. So, all right. Thank you, Michelle. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Princess Sophia answered Kirsty's question. Then she said, Kirsty's question was, is spirituality the same or similar to religion, or is it completely separate? Princess Sophia answers, I feel spirituality is connecting to your higher self, your team, and the angels. Religion, worship, and believe in their God depending on religion. That's your belief. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Awesome, awesome. Um, Michelle, thank you. Thank you for answering everyone to let them know that this is Table Talk Thursdays. Okay, so you're welcome, Kirsty. No problem. All right. So great questions, you guys. Awesome. This is what I love. Okay. So we are now on, we're on the third chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra. Um, and let me just catch up on some comments here, guys. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Okay. We're all caught up. Okay. Great. Thanks, guys. You always have my back, don't you? All right. All of you. It's great. I love it. Okay, so solar plexus. Okay, is the next chakra, and it is yellow. And like I say, I tend to see the sacral and solar plexus as a team, like almost, they're not one, they are two separate ones, but it's almost like, to me, I see it as an extra connection between those two. I've always saw it that way. And our solar plexus is, the solar plexus chakra is like the stomach area, the upper abdomen, the stomach area. And it's how we show up in the world and our boundaries. And that's a big reason why, our personal power, our empowerment. That's why I kind of put the solar plexus and the sacral together, because relationships and emotions, but our boundaries and our personal power, I just, how we show up in the world is really those two chakras to me are what really emphasize how we show up in the world. So that's why I look at them that way. Um, I don't think a lot of healers do, but that's just, look, when it comes to these kind of things, when you're talking about anything psychic, when you're talking about anything like this, chakras, yes, we have quantum physics that has been giving us some proof of things, right? But everything we're talking about, it's kind of like in the ethers, right? So the reason I bring this up is I'm really big also about explaining that, what I teach from is my experience, my belief, my belief system. Can't even talk. My personal experience being psychic, my psychic experience working with clients. Okay. And so this is how I've gathered and where my belief system sits. I will tell you though, I'm open to learning and shifting. I have over the years certain beliefs I went, maybe not, maybe it's this way. Um, so when I say this, I'm teaching and coming from a place that is where I sit from my perspective. So I just want to say that because I'm sure some of you have had teachers that probably wouldn't agree about the solar plexus and the sacral, but that's okay. I'm not here to agree or disagree with them. We each have our place and a space to express what we believe to be the truth. And you all also, really important, all of what's being taught. If it doesn't resonate with you, some of it, that's fine. Hopefully, most of it does, if not all, but that's okay. The beauty of it is we can't, yes, we can open up a book and tell you about it, but you know, in the ethers. So it's kind of like, what proof do we really have, right? So, anyhow, all right, moving along. Okay, so very important chakra, one of the most important chakras, I think, but they're all very important, of course. The heart chakra. It's green, the heart chakra. Well, center of the chest, right above the heart. It's all about love and compassion. It's fairly simplistic, but it's interesting. It's green, right? But that's the color of the chakra. That is the color that it represent, or the green is the color of that chakra, represents love and compassion. And so, we have to be careful too, because love and compassion, we can have hurt and emotions and feelings and all that can flow through different chakras, right? So when somebody says they have a broken heart, we have to be really, really careful because we don't want to create that, right? We may feel that, but we want to be careful in the energy, right? But that's our love center. It's all about the love. You guys always see me with my, at the end of my lives, I always pat my heart chakra. It's my love to all of you. Yeah. Amy says, the ether is everything. Well, yes, it is, my dear love. I'm with you on that for sure. She says, agree, heart is the most important. All right, Amy. Yeah, I'm all about the love. If you've been a follower of mine for a while, you guys know that. I'm all about the love. This is why I do what I do. Not only is it, I do earn a living from it. This is how I do earn my living, but it's also the love. It's my purpose to spread the love, to, just put it out there. So very cool. Very cool. Thank you, Amy. All right. So, and if you have any questions about this as we're going along, let me know. I will not profess to be anywhere near an expert on this, but I know enough, I think, that I should be able to formulate an answer. So, um, like I said, my notes here because it's been a long time since I've taught this. So, I just want to make sure I kind of cover everything, don't do an oopsie anywhere along the way. So, the fifth chakra. I'm like, which number? And then I look up at the top of the card, it has five. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the fifth chakra. Thanks for the help. Is the throat chakra. All right. It's blue. Okay. It's throat chakra. That is a very, very, very important chakra too. I mean, again, they all are. But that is truly our communication center, right? That's it. It's our communication center. So if if you have a sore throat, you're coughing, okay, it means you're not. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, go see a medical professional, but it's a center of communication. So many of us hold back. So many of us don't speak our truth. And I, as a healer, even in my, when I do my psychic readings too, I can feel it. It's almost like choked off or something's caught there. And so it's just really about being authentic and speaking your truth. Now, it doesn't mean you have to turn around and blast someone out of the water. We're not saying that. But if nothing else, speak the truth to yourself, right? We have diplomacy. We have certain things we can and can't say, due to a job or whatever it is, whatever the reasons are. But the issue is if we don't express it at all, even to the wall, right? Or ourselves, have a talk with ourselves in the car on the way home, it gets stuck there. And that's one of the first things I can pick up on someone lots of times. So, you want to watch that. You want to make sure that you are communicating your thoughts, your feelings. And again, it doesn't have to be to someone, but at least get it out. So it's not stuck right there and you don't end up with throat issues. Okay, let me look at some of these comments here. Amy, everything manifests and stays with us through unconditional love, the heart chakra. I like that. Yes. It's all we are. We are pure unconditional love, the essence of who we are. So, yes, absolutely. Spirit's unconditional love. The truth is, unconditional love really is all that exists. Yeah, tell it to the humankind, right? It's complicated. Not really, but okay. No, I agree with you though. Yes, awesome. Crystal, my middle son got sick mentally and I could feel my heart space hurting. Not physically, but spiritually, like I knew my heart space was sad. Yeah, no doubt, sweetheart. I'm so sorry for that. He's better now, but that was an intense moment. Well, I'm glad, very, very glad and relieved that he is doing better now. Whoops, I got right out of my live there. I'm back. Um, yeah, we it's all about the energy centers. It's all about our interaction with the energy. It's all about what we're feeling, experiencing physically, emotionally. It's all, the chakra system has a lot to do with that. But yes, yeah, it's just has more of an effect on us than we realize. And sometimes we don't even realize it's affecting us. People don't put two and two together, or they keep maybe repeating the same behavior, and then end up, like I said, not communicating. You end up with sore throat, you know almost every single time. You got to look at, what aren't you, where are you not communicating your truth? So, and I'm glad again, Crystal, that your son's doing better. But yeah, we feel everything energetically. Absolutely, absolutely. All right. The sixth chakra is the third eye chakra. Now, I know you can't really tell, but that's more of like an indigo. Ooh, pardon me. It's an indigo. And of course, it's our intuition, it's our imagination. Third eye, right? It's where we see psychically, our clairvoyance comes through. That's another reason why it's very important to keep your chakras clear and clean. And again, I'll get into that more in a minute. But yeah, it's the creation of all the vision. It's where you see all the visual, and it's not through your physical eyes, even though sometimes it seems like it. So that's your sixth chakra, the third eye chakra. And last but not least, the crown chakra. Okay, and again, I don't know if you can really tell, that's violet. Sometimes it's shown white, the color that can go along with it. I've always known it as violet. And it is the very top of the head. Okay. It's your awareness and intelligence. It's your connection to the universal source. So some people call it the chakra of enlightenment. All right. It really is our connection to our life purpose and our spirituality. That is a true connection. Okay. But you don't want it blown wide open because it's an overload. Remember your physical body too. So it can be an overload. So let's take a little bit of time here and talk a little bit about what we can do to help our chakras, help ourselves, help our chakras stay clean and clear. First of all, you do want them balanced and you can realign them. All right. And there's multiple different ways to do that. First of all, it's interesting because I can think back a lot of years when I was like, well, how do I know how open my chakras should be or what the colors should look like? I'm like, I don't really know. But one of the things I always do, and you'll hear me say this a lot, is I always will call on Archangel Michael. Okay. He is the clearer of negative energy. Not that it's not necessarily negative energy, but it'll clear energy, period. So, whatever you might need help with in balancing the energy, realigning the energy, asking your spirit team to make sure that your chakras are open appropriately, they're spinning appropriately, and the color is clear and the appropriate color. I mean, I do a lot of leaning on my team. I don't need to know it all. I don't need to do every single step like and think it out. Like, what is it supposed to look like? I say, okay, help me. You can also call Archangel Raphael in. He is the Archangel of Healing, Emerald Green. I like to lots of times use Michael and Archangel Raphael together, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael together. Now, I know Will, oh, Will, I went out of my live for a minute and lost your question or your comment about clearing a chakra or something. Could you put it back in the comments again so I'll see it? Um, Crystal, exactly. Okay. Princess Sophia is awakened when the soul can no longer take it, so our third eye opens. I don't know if I put it in those terms. I'm not exactly sure what you're querying about here or inquiring about. Um, I don't know if I would say that's so though. I think there's a lot of reasons that our third eye opens, but I'm not sure it's because the soul can't take it any longer. I think there's other reasons. I think there comes a point where spirit will work with us, but sometimes we may get pushed kind of hard to open up if that's part of our contract and part of what we're meant to do. So I can't say that I would definitely say yes to that. I'm not saying no, but I would see it in different terms. All right. I hope that helps you on that. Okay. Will, are you going to put in your question again? I don't even know. I hope you're still here, sweetheart. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about the clearing and the aligning. So, definitely ways to do this. Okay. And again, you don't need to be an expert. You may want to get an idea of the colors. Okay. Very easy chart to get, or even just write it down. You can look it up online. Everywhere has it. Just make sure it is a legitimate website. All right. Because everybody has all kinds of information out there. Um, and so, okay, Princess Sophia, I'll read that again in a minute. Um, oh, now my Okay, well, I'm having a little fun here with my technology again. There we go, now caught up. Okay, it froze for a moment. Okay, so we can do meditation, which is just getting quiet, quieting the mind. Meditation for a lot of people is funny because they're thinking, oh, they have to sit there, own. No, you don't. It's just a quiet time, whatever it is. Lots of times we're sort of meditating when we shower. It's a mindless thing. We're doing it. We don't even have to think about it. So we go in kind of an altered state. That's really what meditation's about, really, was just in the quiet and the stillness you can hear things or see things or receive information. You can do yoga to help open up the chakras and align them. There's the clearing energetically that I talked about a little bit. You can ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. You can do it yourself through visualization. You can go to a healer who can help, align and balance those chakras for you. A lot of people use crystals. Okay. I don't know if you've ever seen, also, some people have the colored lights on the strip corresponding to each chakra. Remember that lights and crystals, all of that holds energy. There's an energy vibration to all of it. So to think, well, what could a light just shining on me do? Well, it's emitting vibration. And that's how it helps to balance it. Okay. And kind of infuse it again, if you will. All right. And so you can use brass bowls, music. There's all kinds of ways of doing this. It's just important, again, that they be functioning properly. Okay. Clear, color, no, bright, vibrant colors, appropriate spinning. I just want to make sure that they're open appropriately. You don't want to be so stretched wide open, and you don't want to be closed off either. And again, lots of times the chakras will do that because we're affected energetically, either physically or emotionally, by things around us, our own emotions. And so our chakras will respond somewhat correspondingly at times too. That's why chakra clearing on a regular basis is a good idea. It's not that you have to do it all the time, but even once a week if you want to. And one of the other ways to help yourself, I'm being told, my spirit team's with me, so they'll forward some information to me along the way, is to ground. Because, and excuse me, my allergies again, you guys. When you ground, it kind of centers us and straightens us up. And that's exactly what, we want for our chakra system. It is down the spine. So grounding is another way to help yourself. Different crystals you can use. Before I get into that, let me look at Princess Sophia's clarification here. When we go through awakening, is that to do with the third eye opening? It can very well be part of an awakening, yes. It's not the only way, but there could be multiple ways at once. It could be the way that you do awaken, or there could be other ways that people awaken. But yes, I could say that an awakening can create the third eye to open. Yes, definitely, definitely, I like that. Okay, so I have a set of of chakra clearing crystals. The issue is I am in the midst of getting ready to move, so I've packed them away. I thought about that tonight. I'm like, oh darn, I don't even know. I have a few different ideas, and I just don't want to tear open boxes. So I'm just going to kind of run down a few different types of crystals. Or crystal names, I should say, for each of the chakras. And it does tend to correlate with the color of the chakra. That's what you really want. Again, it's the vibrancy, it's the energetic frequency of that color. Right. If you're dealing with your base chakra that's red, are you really going to take a citrine that's orange and put it on your base chakra? You can. I'm not saying it's wrong. However, the color itself is a vibration. So I believe that you want um, crystals that have the same color as the color of the chakras. That's just me. Okay. But I think that makes logical sense too. So for the root chakra, which again is red, put my cards back here. So we have a root chakra, which is red. So, and this is not a full list. I just picked out a couple of them, two or three for each one. So there's red jasper, which is really beautiful. Garnet, which would make sense. I have read that you can use a smoky quartz. Again, it's not the right coloring, but I'm throwing it out there and I don't know why. I felt compelled to. So there you go. Because I also believe in the way other people do their things, what their belief system is. I'm not here to say mine's the only one or the only correct one. So the next is the sacral chakra. Okay, that's your orange, right? So we're looking at amber. There's also orange calcite. Your yellow solar plexus. That is citrine, yellow, citrine. Golden tiger's eye can be a gold. That's a yellowy color, right? The heart, which is interesting because we say, keep it within the color, right? The heart chakra is green. So you've got green aventurine, you've got emerald, but also rose quartz. Why rose quartz? It's a different color, right? But rose, pink, and rose are the color of unconditional loving energy. So with that, I would definitely say rose quartz would work on the heart center. It's a little bit of a different dynamic or property, but it still is all about the love. Even though it's a different color, it still has some of the same vibrational frequencies. That's the way I would put it, and that's why I would say it's okay. And of course, you guys know I just love my rose quartz, right? I just love my rose quartz, right? just love my rose quartz. Well, this is more of almost a lavendery, but you see it's shaped like a heart. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, so I love my rose quartz. Always have. All about the love, you guys. All about the love. All right, so your fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra, of course, is blue, right? So, aquamarine, blue lace agate, and turquoise. Some people will use turquoise. Third eye chakra. Okay. And that would be azurite, sodalite, or lapis. Lapis is really pretty. I wish I had pieces of them, but I packed a lot of stuff away, so sorry. I can't really show it to you. But that's an indigo color, okay? And the crown chakra, again, some people say purple, some people say white. It just depends. Yes, it is huge, Princess Sophia. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, you guys, here we go. You know, my tablet decided to stop giving me comments. This is what happens. That's why I'm both going. Okay, so here, I'm sorry I missed your comments like 5 minutes ago, so I'll get to them in a minute. I was looking at my tablet. My tablet's not picking up the comments at this point. I just love technology. Okay, let me finish up with the crown chakra here. Purple, okay, amethyst. That's great. It's all about psychic powers, psychic openings, and things like that. Selenite. Selenite is actually okay, and it's self-clearing. Okay, but you see it's white. It's beautiful. And so that's that you can use that. There's also clear quartz. Now you don't need to have the piece like this, but this is one of my clusters. You know, and I have on my cards at all times pieces of clear quartz. Okay? It keeps them clear, keeps the energy clear, but they also correlate with the crown chakra. All right, so let me go back into these comments here that unfortunately my old tablet decided not to stop giving to me, but I can see them here on my laptop. So if I missed any of your comments, I do apologize. Um, Will says, I'm here. I was just thanking you for your input on my question. Oh, okay, sweetie. I thought you had a question. I was just trying to remember now that my technology decided to go belly up on certain different ways. I wasn't sure if I missed a question of yours. So thank you, sweetheart. Hello, Julie. Hello, Janine. I was told by a psychic in the past that it was noticed that I often sing when I'm busy doing things and music increases my vibrations. Is that true? Well, yes, music can increase our vibration. It's good for anything to help raise our vibration when we're in a bad mood, when we're not feeling well. If you think about it, it is music is all vibration. How do you think those sounds are made? It's through vibration. It's through vibration of key, the keys of the piano hitting the strings, same with all your string instruments. It's all about the bow creating the vibration over the string on the violin that makes the sound. It's the blowing in the horns, that causes the vibration. It's all vibration. So yes, singing definitely increases vibration. Music does, unless it's headbanging music or, but yeah, music is a beautiful healer, beautiful healing, beautiful. So yeah, definitely. Okay. Will says, I visualize my toes extending down and turning into roots and digging into the earth to help me ground. I like that. I say very similar to what I say. I just say though, instead of my sounds like it would hurt. Visualizing my toes extending down. I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh gosh, my toes hurt. Will, I know you don't really mean it that way, but that's the first visual I got. I'm like, oh, my toes. Anyhow, yeah, I do something similar. Just, I imagine roots growing from the bottom of my feet, right? And going down into Mother Earth. So I like that. That's cool. And then Princess Sophia. That is huge. That quartz is beautiful. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. Frequency too. Yes. All right. All right. So I hope I caught up on all the comments. Sorry about that. But like I said, my tablet just decided to stop giving them to me. That's why I have my tablet and my laptop. I figure between the two, I'll get it all figured out. That's what I do every time I'm on. So Janine, okay, thank you for answering. You're so very welcome. I don't know what I was going to say. It was three different words. That's me. So, actually, we are wrapping up the hour. Is there any last quick comment? Any last quick share or question? Thank you, Amy. Yes, each chakra has a vibrational frequency. The heart is 528, I want to say hertz, but I know that's not right. Or is it? Oh my gosh. Maybe you can tell me, but that's what I want to say. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I know what you're saying. They do. And that's why there's also crystal bowls that are, hi Kristen, there are crystal bowls that are tuned to different notes that do correlate with the different chakras that absolutely, it's right. Okay, hertz. Okay, thank you, sweetheart. That do have different vibrations. Darcy, I love you too, honey. Thank you. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, I tonight just really wanted to kind of sit on the peripheral and give you kind of the overview and how you can help yourself. Our chakras are always, always, always affecting us every day. We're always affecting our chakras. It is a system, just like our aura, our energy field, all of it, our physical body, all needs to work together. And so it's really important to do your best to try to have some awareness. And if you're really feeling off kilter, off balance, or you're feeling out of sorts, check your chakras. And again, you can call on your spirit team to help you. You don't have to know it exactly, you just put it out to them. So I hope that tonight helped you. Let's see. Will Rush says, thanks so very much for your time. I've been enjoying these Table Talk Thursdays. You are so welcome, 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 Will. And if you have any topics, please, you guys, I feel like I'm like gonna start begging you. Please tell me. It's not that, I mean, I can come up with all kinds of topics, but again, I just want to make sure it's stuff, what do you want? What have you always been curious about? Don't be shy. Let me know if you want to direct message me. You don't want to put it out here, for everyone. Direct message me, okay? Because this is really, these Table Talk Thursdays are for you guys. I love doing them. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I love doing them. But I'm here for you. I'm here to help you along your journey. This is my way of giving back. All right. So, Princess Sophia, are the dowsing charts accurate in picking up blocked chakras? I had 3 and now 1 blocked. You know, I have pendulum. I've not used dowsing charts before. Okay, not me personally. I do know people that have. They swear by them and they love them. That's the way I need to answer that, sweetie. I've never used the dowsing charts. I'm a firm believer in what we believe will work, works, right? And so I would say that the dowsing charts, as long as they were made properly in the white light, and infused with the blessings and everything it needed to hold the high vibrations, then I would say, yeah, they're probably accurate in picking up blocked chakras. And I could say that just a pendulum alone without the dowsing charts could be done, could be used for that too. So, need attention. Okay, yeah. Janine, I've really enjoyed this talk. I can't wait for the next one. Well, thank you. I'm so glad. Lovely, uplifting, amazing. Amy, thank you. Cindy Rose, always. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Awakening would be good. Yes. Yes, yes. Darcy, so informative. You guys, you're making my night. Okay, Julie, have a blessed evening. You too, Julie. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. I use a pendulum also, Amy said. Yeah, I've done that. Sandra Dean. Oh, hi, Sandra. I didn't know you were here. Did you say hello and I missed you? So much great information tonight. Thank you, Elyse Ann. You were so welcome. So, how do I want to close up my life? Well, those of you who've been with me for a long time probably pretty much have the idea of what I do. For those of you that are new here, you're hearing it for the first time. So, there you go. So, I want to say to each and every one of you, thank you so very much for being part of the live tonight. I've so greatly enjoyed it. I always do. I love interacting with all of you, be it private sessions, messenger, the lives, whatever it is. I have so much fun and I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do and love what I do and be fulfilling my purpose in this lifetime. I'm just tickled pink. And thank you to each and every one of you for all of your beautiful and kind words and your support. And any all of it, just all of it, for being there and liking my page and following my page and inviting your friends to my page. All the stuff I say all the time. So, to everyone, and thank you. I'm grateful for all of you too. And Princess Sophia, before I say goodnight, we need a topic schedule for the year. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, well, maybe, but it's so funny. That may come down the road. Right now, I do it week by week. And maybe for next year, or maybe for the second part of the year, I'll have a schedule out. I don't know. You know me. My business partners are my spirit team. I do my stuff every day. And when I wake up in the morning, if they say do this, I'm like, okay, let's go. So yeah, no, I did think about that. I did. So it's cataloged back here, my dear love. So maybe it will show up. So to each and every one of you, have a great rest of your evening, your morning, or your afternoon, depending upon where you are in the world. I'm so blessed and so grateful that all of you have joined me. Much love, many blessings to all of you, and I will see you again very soon. Mwah. Take care.